We have a Los Angelino, Eric Lundgren. Eric is a social entrepreneur, innovator, and evangelist for recycling electronic waste. He's the founder of IT Asset Partners and the CEO of Big Battery, Inc., two of the largest hybrid recycling companies in the U.S., specializing in the reuse and repurposing of consumer electronics and EV battery packs. He's based in the San Fernando Valley and I think has over 125 employees. He knows what it's like to actually tackle battery recycling in the field. Other than the hair, I want to be just like Eric.
I hope we're all doing well today, and thank you for having me. This is great to speak at ACT Virtual 2020. So today we're going to talk about battery recycling redefined. 4 years ago, when electric vehicles were still kind of far off thought in the future as far as competing with ICE engines, the need for battery recycling, it wasn't really there, and nobody was thinking about it. And at this time, I was running the largest hybrid recycling company for electronics. Now, what we did was we started buying up random electric vehicles, ripping out the batteries, taking them apart, and trying to figure out how can we repurpose these as we do laptops and tablets and consumer electronics and computer electronics. I mean, what is an EV other than a giant laptop, right? Just a smaller screen and bigger battery. So we went ahead and started processing a lot of different battery packs and figured out that they all had their own standard, and the standards were all so different that it became very difficult to contemplate building a company like Big Battery today, where we were able to create universal solutions so that we could use all of these different form factors and chemistries of batteries for singular purposes. But that's what we've accomplished. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I like to call it battery recycling redefined. So a little bit about us. I spent the last 14 years traveling the world, combating waste in Ghana, Africa, here in the United States, in China, in India, in Gweyu, in Agbabloshi. And I can put a face behind the people that we throw our waste streams on, that we don't know what to do with. I've seen the suffering, and I've seen the pain, and I've seen the sickness. And so I have a heart for what I do, and every company that I build, such as Big Battery, it's all around trying to figure out how can we as Americans, how can we as consumers, how can we as just the world handle this waste stream properly and turn lemons into lemonade. So the facts that I have, you got 245 million EVs on the road in 2030. That's the high estimate. Today's EVs, they're obviously tomorrow's e-waste, right? Tomorrow's waste stream. The toxic waste stream, when you think about electronic waste, it produces 70% of the toxicity in our landfills, and it's the fastest growing waste stream in the world and the United States. But EVs are coming up close second. When you think of the mass adoption of EVs, it's a scary thought to think that we're the only company that's practicing hybrid recycling in the United States for electric vehicles. A lot of companies are refurbishing the packs, but nobody's actually extracting the cells and repurposing the packs to new applications. So hopefully other recyclers see this and give us a call, and we can give you all of our solutions, because we need more people doing this. So here's a little bit about what we did last year. Big Battery has 2 facilities here in the United States, one in Singapore, one in Mexico, one in Fanling, Hong Kong, and one in Shenzhen, China. The 2 in the United States have 138 employees as of today. Last year, we recycled 384 megawatt hours, and by recycling, I mean repurposing, turning them into second life applications in other form factors that you'll see in the following slides. 26,000 solutions provided. These were the battery packs going out in 2019. 74,000 domestic fulfillments. That means all the kits that we make and the DIY wires and cables and everything other than batteries. And 17.8 million pounds of EOL processed, which means end-of-life batteries processed. This is the product that usually costs companies money to recycle, but because we're able to repurpose a percentage of the product, we can use that profit margin to cover the logistics and cover the processing to offer a free recycling solution for all electric vehicle batteries. Moving on, here's an example. We've all seen slides like this before. Here's a closed loop slide. Great example because we just did 87 container loads of Tesla batteries. So you have here a Model S. Then you have the cells, which would be the 18650s. We extract the cells, and then we cycle test the cells, which means we triple cycle test. We check for the ohms, the milliamp hour or amp hour ratio. We're trying to figure out what this cell can be reused in. So we grade the cells and we group the cells, grade A, B, C, D, and we use them in the correct application given their current degradation ratio. Now, if it's below a C, then it needs to be recycled. It's ready to be recycled because it's already hit its end of life. You see, a pack hits its end of life before a module does, and a module before a cell. So there's a lot to extract, and we found that 74% of what we actually process is reusable today. Now that number is going to go down around 56%, but the volumes are going up so quickly that there's just an extreme case for reuse if you're able to do it. So we take these cells, we cycle test them, and then we integrate them into new packs that serve new applications. And when they're done in those packs in the second life cycle environment, we pay for you to return that pack to us. We pay the shipping, send you a shipping label. When we get that pack back, we extract the cells and put it in a lower application, which I'll explain in a future slide here. Here's an example of different commodities when you're doing demanufacturing. So we're getting in complete packs here. I just got in 7,000 yesterday. We have them all lined up, and my guys in back are just demanning these packs, which means demanufacturing. And here's a couple of the end commodities that you can see that are extracted. So this is the product that goes downstream to a refinery for commodity value because it's all proprietary to the OEM. So anything that's proprietary to the OEM has to be destroyed. It's the generic parts and components such as the modules and the cells that hold all the value and that can be reused to offset all of the costs involved in EV battery recycling. So you can see here steel, plastic housings, aluminum, connectors, copper, cables, and what you'll see is a lot of this is high value commodity items. The issue is that if you just destroy a battery pack, if you just shred everything, if you do the old recycling model, you're only extracting the lowest common denominator of value, which means you're always going to be charged, and there's no business case to be made around battery recycling, unless the government's willing to pay for it. So until we have some federal recycling program where the taxpayers are going to pay for all this, let's try to figure out a solution that's profitable, self-perpetual, and real, which is what we built today. Here's a slide of an example of what we're building. So we extract these cells, and what you'll see here are the modules that are extracted, or the cells, turned into packs, and then turned into solutions. So at the top, you have a 48 volt mega power pack on the far left under second life processing here. The 48 volt power pack, that's a Nissan module. It's then put in a 48 volt 2.5 kilowatt hour pack that's then put in a 18 kilowatt hour, basically what we call our mega power pack. That's one of our products. Next to that, you have a 48 volt power wall. This unit is 6 kilowatt hours. It's a great little battery backup unit for your home or a log cabin, or we've seen people actually use these everywhere, even sailboats. To the right of that, you have the Tesla 21700s that comes out of the Model 3. You can see the pack that we put it into. That is one of the lightest packs. It's an incredible pack. You can see it on our website, bigbattery.com. That's our Model 3 pack, and it's been used for everything from golf carts to electric forklifts. To the right of that, you have our packs that come out of scooters. And these packs we turn into these cool portable power micro solar systems. So they're basically, think of it like this. It's a 300 watt hour portable power unit that weighs 4 pounds with enough oomph to power your a rice cooker in a third world country so that you don't have to burn on an open flame. All of your LED lights and fans in a third world country, or here in America, it's used a lot for tailgating parties, camping, that sort of a thing. So here's an example of just 4 of our products. We have 26 that we're currently offering and mass producing today. And here's an example of some of these products in the field, what they might be used for. So Second Life Solutions. It might, if you look at the portable power battery pack there, our BPM we call it, that unit, it doesn't work to power you down the road on a scooter anymore for 28 miles, but it's great for powering all of your lights and powering all of your electronics. To the right, that came out of an electric vehicle that I can't mention. But that battery pack right there is perfect for home storage and battery backup as your power wall at home for 1/4 the cost of any other power wall that exists today. But it wasn't good for pushing you down the road at 4,000, for a 4,000-pound vehicle at 80 miles an hour, right? As the battery degrades, so must the application. So, the first application might be a car. The second application might be an electronic forklift or a golf cart. The third application might be portable lighting. It's all about creating an application that fits the degradation so that we can use these batteries multiple times and stop thinking about all of our batteries and all of our electronics as single-use products. Yes, I understand they don't work anymore for their current application, but that's why we're here, to create new applications from this waste stream and turn lemons into lemonade. So to finish, that's bigbattery.com. We are the only profitable solution for recycling your batteries in the United States. We are the only battery manufacturer in Los Angeles, and we are the only Second Life repurposer of EV batteries, I think, in the United States, other than Spears. So thank you very much.